Well, greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's second half. Before we get into tonight's second half, a couple links. As you know, I rely on Patreon, PayPal, and my merch to help the channel to continue to grow and go. The links to Patreon and PayPal are in the description below. My merch is displayed directly under the video. Also, Dogman, Frightening Encounters, Volume 1 through 3, the audiobook versions. They were written and researched by Tom Lyons, narrated and produced by me, Jeffrey Nadolny. Those audiobooks are available on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes, the links to which are also in the description as well. And finally, last but definitely not least, if you'd really like to help support this channel to continue to grow and go, simply subscribe, click the like button, and please leave a comment. It really does help, and it definitely matters. Now, everyone, I have taken far too much of your time. Let's get on with tonight's second half, shall we? Today I was going over this morning's upload, and I was just looking at some of the video clips and evidence, and then I started to look at some other video clips that I have for tomorrow morning's upload, which are truly amazing, probably even better than today's. And then I remembered I had this very interesting 8-minute video clip of from a subscriber, and he had been in a state park in Arizona, and there's a very interesting story to go along with it. But then I started to look at the video clip, and right around the 8 to 10 minute mark, you can see what he clearly feels was a Dogman. But then just on the ridge, if you are looking at your screen and you see where the eye shine is, it would be to the right would be another entity, another Dogman. And I kind of looked at it and I was like, whoa, what is that? And then I looked at it because I was looking at everything just on my phone, and I brought it up onto my computer, and I was like, whoa, what is that? And it's crazy because he and I had looked at this video footage for, I don't know, half an hour to 45 minutes one time talking about it, and we never made it out. But then I was like, that's clearly another Dogman looking over this one. And I'm like, I wonder if because of the camera and whatever kind of I guess let me think of the right word I'm looking for. Not vibration, but magnetic pulse or electronic pulse or whatever this camera is giving out. I think they were drawn to it and stood kind of hiding from it, but really got caught because it was a stationary camera for so long. And I don't think they had time to mess with it because it was only up for a night and also in a busy campground. So check it out, guys. So the other day I had a friend and subscriber reach out to me, and he sent me an email saying, Jeff, I have some trail cam footage and a story I've got to tell you. It's pretty insane. And I said, all right. So I gave him a call and we talked. Now, I'm not going to mention his name, and I'm not going to mention the campground he was at. I will share the state, Arizona. So he and his wife went to a campground for the weekend, and being a Dogman and Sasquatch lover, I guess, wanting more information just like us all, he brought some trail cams with him and wanted to just set up. So they get their campsite set up and whatnot, and they go to get some wood, talking to some park rangers, and his wife is talking, and he's asking questions about, how safe the campground is, this, and that, if he can set up his trail cams. And prior to everything, they say, hey, there's a mountain lion and a black bear living up in the ridge somewhere. Be careful at night. His wife then makes the statement, my husband brought the cameras because he wants to see if there's any dogmen in the area. The face on some of the rangers was kind of like, what the heck? Not like doubtful, but like almost surprised. So then I'm trying to remember exactly how it went. I wasn't there, obviously. Then I believe they went to get wood or something like that. And this is after the statement was made, sometime after. His wife, I believe, is talking to a female park ranger. And the wife states, who are these other people that are showing up? And they say, that's the feds. And they're like, is this normal? No, it's not. And in my time of being here, we've not had them here. I don't know what's going on. Another park ranger, I guess, stated that they're there to back them up. Back them up for what? What was the facial expression for? Why are the feds there for real? Just strange occurrences, right? So then my friend and subscriber sets up his trail cams. And this is what he captures.
we were able to figure out the location. I know my finger is blurry, but I don't care. Excuse the finger. But what's most important is this tree that's going at an angle. This is that angled tree that was in the photo. So I'm going to show you. It is It's quite a ways up there. Moving, moving, moving. Perfect. This is where it was. This is where the thing was. So I did some. My wife took some photos of me up there. Now I'm 205 pounds, 5'9". So to give you a reference to how big the item is, or item creature, that I squatted down, trying to see if something was squatting, trying to make the size as small as possible, and seeing how much space I would take. Like I said, I'm 200 pounds plus, and I'm 5'9". Okay, so I want to give you guys just a real quick explanation of what we saw. So the night that we were there, we were looking through the night vision, and I was looking for critters to see and test how powerful my night vision is. And so as I was scanning the hill, there's like a large hill that's right attached to the camp, and I hit this thing, and I didn't expect it, but I wasn't thinking like cryptid or anything like that because I was warned by the rangers that there was a mountain lion and a black bear that live in the general area. So at first I was a little concerned that it was a mountain lion watching us. Um, I did take my spotlight and the thing disappeared. Like it wasn't there. Like literally it's there and then I hit it. There's nothing. That was really weird to me. I then went to the spot where you can see me. I set up a trail cam, and the weird thing is, the trail cam got the laser was hitting some kind of movement and going off, pointed in that area, and it was there all night. I went and did this the next morning, and it got hits all night long, over and over again. I did use the um, device. It's a T21 for the trail camera, and then it's a G Thunder night vision is what we were using, and it did see it again in the same spot. But when I took the spotlight to it, it wasn't there. But the other thing that's kind of creepy is it was totally dead silent. Dead silent. You could hear a bird chirp or nothing. Like, and I don't know if that's normal for the area because it's heavily camped. It's not like a few campsites here and there. We're talking about 70 campsites altogether. So this is not like there's a lot of people. And so I thought maybe that's because of the animals are scared of the people. I don't know. The dogs are just absolutely going crazy all night for some reason, but that doesn't really mean anything. And then the other thing that's really weird is my wife made a joke to one of the rangers about how I was there with all this equipment to go hunting Dogman. And then after she told the ranger that, the feds showed up and they were showed up in, I think it was 5 vehicles showed up within an hour or two of that joke, and they were watching us at the camp for a while, and they were driving around everywhere like they were looking for something. I don't know what they were doing, but the weird part is the other ranger that came back that was talking to my wife and her were talking. She said that she had no idea why the Rangers were there, and it was really unusual that they don't ever come down there. And she didn't know what was going on. It was kind of this weird awkwardness going on, but she didn't have like a ooh spooky awkward. It was just like somebody's in trouble or something. So it was kind of weird. And so I've been trying to get this information sent to Jeff, but every piece of equipment I have is malfunctioning and not functioning correctly. And so I had to do it this way. I had to actually spend 2 or 3 hours putting things on YouTube, uploading into my device. My OBS Studio wasn't working correctly, which is weird. My Microsoft Windows was failing. Like my phone won't transmit the images there. I was having problems with the trail cams getting them up in there. I mean, every piece of electronic equipment I have is like malfunctioning.
So that is the video that my friend wanted to send me. He could not. All of his equipment went wacky. Thankfully enough, he was able to figure out a way of getting it into my possession. I was able to figure out how to get it to where I could put it on my channel. You heard a brief description of what went on. Couple things is the night vision camera date is off. I believe they're brand new cameras, so that's probably why the date was off, but you could see during the daytime the exact date. Like he said, the dogs were going absolutely bonkers all night long. And there was some spots of dead silence as well. Now, at the 19-second mark, you can see these eyes. I remember when I watched the video the first time, I was on the phone with him. And he was talking about something different at one point. I'm talking about this, and I said, dude, go to here. And he's like, oh my God, I see it. We had a really good conversation talking about this. He explained everything to me. Remember, these cameras are activated by motion. Now, crazy enough, like he said, the ranger that was talking to his wife, we've never had interaction with federal park rangers. They came 5 deep. I mean, they were rolling. Which is strange because they had never been to, like that girl or park ranger, had never had interaction with these federal rangers. Then apparently another comment was made. Well, why are they here? Do you know? To a different ranger, I believe, to back us up. To back us up for what? In 5 cars deep? Maybe, I'm guessing 2 or 3 rangers per car, 2 or 3 feds per car. So you're talking anywhere between 10 to 15? That's pretty strange to me. This is... I remember when I watched this, it was only 2 days ago, but it was still, I got the cold chills when I watched it. This guy is a very honest person and a very good person. So when he sent this to me, I was blown away. Definitely not a mountain lion. Definitely not a black bear. But the crazy thing is the feds always are around. Anywhere you look, in any of these cases, okay? Or not all, but in cases that, I don't know, I've been looking at. Like, they just show up here for no apparent reason. Thankfully, my friend and his wife and everyone else at the campground is safe. But what is strange is when I was looking at this campground on Google, and I looked and it said temporarily closed. They were on speakerphone, and his wife goes, well, maybe that's because the park is opened for Easter weekend and they just didn't update it. Well, I then called the main campground site. I called another phone number for that campground. And I called the forest ranger phone number for that area. The forest ranger phone number, I got a voicemail. The 2 other numbers that I got from the park information, was no answer and no voicemail. The lady that I talked to, though, was not sure if it was open or not. And it was kind of strange because I was like, well, I've been thinking about going here. Is the park open? Because I see online that it says temporarily closed. And she's like, I'm not really sure. Which was strange because they were just there. So whether it be a glitch, just not being able to, switch over, not switch over, update the information online, or if it was temporarily closed for some reason. I don't know. But I tried to reach out via phone and I could not get anybody, which I felt was kind of weird because I called probably 4 hours for not like, I gave it about 40 minutes, called again, 40 minutes, called again, nothing. So mystery on that. I don't know if my friend spooked the feds or what, but something's up there. Now, here's something interesting. When I was up in my state park, the Adirondacks, 6 million acres. Haha, that is huge. I made the video and a subscriber commented, and it was an amazing comment. Not that anybody's comment is not amazing, but this was just like, wow, I had never really thought about it this way. So I had made the comment like, why are the FBI involved in this Tom Mezek case? He's not a tender-aged youth, and there was no state lines crossed. And this subscriber said, maybe it was because they weren't sure if the county and state would handle evidence if it was found that there was Dogman or Sasquatch or anything else paranormal involved. Which absolutely kind of like my eyes went blink. And I was like, wow, maybe they did. Maybe that's why they came up. Maybe, all right, they didn't come till the 4th day. Grid lines were patched out. Everything was, people were searching 5 square miles. Aerial photography and infrared was going on. This and that, looking for Mr. Mezek. And on the 3rd day, maybe there was something found. Maybe. And we weren't made aware of it. All right. The feds get wind of it because they're only in Albany, which is an hour from me. So an hour and 40 minutes from Horicon, which Albany is very close to Troy, where Mezek's from. And Mr. Thomas Mezek. I'm sorry. I hate when media does that. So maybe there was something found. Communications was made, and the feds, the FBI said, we got to go up there. I don't think these people up there can handle this. We need to put the lid on this and keep things quiet immediately. Maybe because there was too many agencies and too many people involved. We're not talking a small amount of people. There was busloads of people coming down. They were busing correctional guards down from different prisons. Because in the Adirondacks, they built all these prisons. So everybody from like New York City, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, they get in trouble in these cities and they get shipped up to the mountains. So there's 4 prisons up there. They were busting them down. They were using them. There was a lot of people, a lot of locals were involved. And unlike some other missing person search and rescues, locals usually aren't used. They use the locals. So I really liked that comment. It really got my brain, it got the wheels spinning, and it got me thinking. That is a very good explanation of why they may have came. To put the lid on it. Something was found. We got to keep this quiet. I don't know. But yeah, it sounded very reasonable to me. And of course, we all know the case that I've been talking about, Kathleen Miller, and the death of her in North Carolina. She was an FBI photographer. Well, they didn't work well with the county or local police there either. And that case is still a mystery, and the county was trying to blame the husband, and the feds made him disappear. He's no longer in public eye, not to be seen. So, a lot of questions with no answers, and it's leaving me baffled. And I'm just going to keep looking and keep searching. And this is what I mean when I made comments before, because I hear in the comment section, we've learned a lot from your channel, Jeff. I learn more than you guys. I learn more from you guys than you guys learn from me. You guys put these ideas in my head, and it makes me think, and it brings me somewhere, and I start looking at things, and I start diving deep. So thank you, guys. You guys are what makes this channel. You guys are what makes this channel what it is, what it's become, and what it will become. So, guys, thanks. And I will keep making videos and keep exploring and keep looking at these attacks, encounters, and everything else until someday we get the answers that we want. We at least get an answer that makes sense to us. And with that, I want to thank you all again. May the Great Spirit watch over us all. And may He guide us down that path that we call life.